everybody, we are here to do a haul video. Not a haul video, I'm sorry. We're here to do a brand video on some be on the lookout things, also known as BOLOs, for a specific brand. Now I started out to do this just on, I love my Rakuten, it always just pops up in the middle of everything I do. So I was going to start doing this on all the different Plush that were high dollar ones, and I am going to do that. But when I was doing this the other day, I started looking the other day, I was stunned and amazed that some of these Douglas Plush, which I have some in my own inventory, and I know they're out there and they're not so hard to find, sell for way more money than the ones I usually find. And you are going to see in here a lot of dogs and cats. So I'm sure it's very specific to the ones that, you know, the type or the names and things like that. But be on the lookout for the dogs and the cats and the weirdos, because we're going to start with a weirdo. Because this is a Douglas baby little daisy goat, and it's called a Plumpy. It's 12 inches, and it's got, you know, some embroidery on it. It's super cute. I just wouldn't expect to find a baby plush that was a little goat. But this one sold for $49.99, plus I think $13 shipping. So, you know, figure that was in the $50 range right there. And these are starting at $50 and going up to $150. And now I'll have a second video I'm going to post probably later today as well. That's $150 and up. So keep an eye out, because, and then I'll work on the just weird plush and things like that, and try to do some more brands. So this is a Douglas cuddle toy, and it is a cat. It's a Siamese Himalayan cat. I've actually had this one before. This is not my sale, and I'm going to say I didn't sell it for $55. I did sell it a while ago, so maybe I did, but I don't think I did. And this was on sale 15% off. But that was, you know, not bad for a little lay down plush. And there's the tag if you guys don't know Douglas. And this is not a big one again. I think it's 14 inches from tip to tail. And this is a unicorn. Now this is a big one, 24 inches. But I gotta tell you, I struggle to sell unicorns. And if you sell plush, you probably know what I'm talking about. Unicorns are not easy sellers. This one sold for $54. So perhaps we should look for Douglas ones. This one is adorable. This is Ogilvy, the Springer Spaniel dog, and always realistic in the title. These are really a wise thing to do, but he's adorable. He does not look terribly big. Let's see, there's a really good picture of the tag, and on the tag they do have the item numbers and the PO numbers and the year that they were made, so it's always good to look there. And this one looks to be, again, about 14 inches. So that's about the average size. And this one went for $60. This one is a Douglas small floppy dog, it says. But he's standing up, so he's not too floppy. And he's a Heather the Cairn Terrier. And he's got his tags. But these are all pre-owned. So even with tags, he's pre-owned. But super cute. And sold for $60 plus shipping. Most of these are plus shipping, not free shipping. This is a Douglas Cuddle Toy Boxer. He's retired. His name is Brucey, and his manufacturer is 2015. Now for these guys, if you look up that number, the number online, usually you will find the name of them someplace. But oftentimes the name is not that important. So because it's not on the tag. Now sometimes they have collars, and you'll see me, I don't know if they'll be in this one or not, but sometimes, this one has a collar. Sometimes they have a collar, and the collar will have their name on it. So this is Nacho the Chihuahua. He's a darling, okay? He is just darling. I don't know if his name was on, no, his name is, I don't think his name is on there. Doesn't look like his name, it's just a collar. Sometimes they have collars and sometimes they don't. But anyway, this one sold for $59.95. Oh, $99. So, now this one I thought was an owl, but this is actually a long-haired white cat. Again, no name, no year, no number. Sold for $60. It took a picture of a tag, and I think this is a little bit of an older tag. Because yeah, this doesn't have the date on it. So this is probably a little bit of an older one. But look at those pretty blue eyes. And I don't think they took a picture of those pretty blue eyes either. But I would have taken a picture of the pretty blue eyes. And that one sold for $60. Also, sometimes on older ones, you want to take pictures of the eyes just to show that they're not scratched up or like messed up, because it does matter. And because I do that, I recently had a plush that I had to throw away because it was missing an eye, and they were little glass eyes, and I didn't see the eye was missing until I went to take pictures, and it wasn't there. It was just a hole where the eye used to be. I was very sad. Anyway, this is a Douglas cuddle toy, Bobby the Beagle. He has a soft nose, apparently. He's from 2009, and he's 12-inch, and he's also adorable. I'm a Beagle fan, actually. I don't like their bark, but I love the way they look. They're so cute. This is a Jack Russell Terrier. Also cute, curly. That's a more recent tag, I think. Maybe not. And he sold again for $60. This one is a Papillon from 2013. And a little picture of his butt, his fluffy tail. I like to take close-ups of their face. Like I like to do front, side, back, upside down on their tummy and their tags, but I like to get a close-up of their faces too. So this one is $65. And again, you know, if their nose is like a leathery material or their paws are, especially if it's like a PVC, because it can peel, I like to take pictures of it. Because if you don't take pictures of it, you're going to get the, could you take a picture of the nose or the hands, because I want to make sure it's not peeling. And you know, you can put some marker on it if it's got a little spot on it, but you should still disclose that, you know, it's all black, but some of the PVC's peeled off. Vintage 1989. This is an LL Bean Douglas cuddle toy, and I saw a few LL Bean ones. So if you see one with tags with LL Beans, oh excuse me, look them up. There was a big black bear, I think, that was an LL Bean, but it was gigantic. So I tried to kind of mitigate. Of course, the phone's going to ring because I have a house phone, and it's always telemarketers, and it always rings while I'm recording videos. It's just incredibly difficult for me. It makes me crazy. But anyway. We're trying to get rid of it, but right now we don't because we have an alarm system, and it's kind of important we have it. So anyway, there's an older tag. This is 1989, as you can see. LL Bean, and then the cuddle toy tag is underneath of it, and it's got a bandana on it. So it's super cute, and he sold, and he's a little bigger, but 24 inches, and sold for $65. This is an adorable Australian Shepherd, maybe named Sinclair, 12-inch, so standard size, 2019, $69.99. Worth every penny because Australian Shepherds are awesome. Olive, I know. My dog's not an Australian Shepherd. She's a lot of things, but not that. But that's got the Douglas tag on it as well. But look at that face. Super cute. Great pictures too, by the way. This one is a calico cat, and I've actually had this one before, and I'm pretty sure I didn't get $70 for it, unless I still have it, in which case I'm going to check. This one sold for $70, $69.99. Look at that face. And again, this is 2011, so she's pretty cute though. And she's very kind of floppy too. This is a Douglas Burman Balinese Himalayan, great words, cat with blue eyes, which, again, did you take close-ups? Oh, there we go. Close-ups of the blue eyes. Good. Close-up of each eye, too, to show that they're not scratched up. Look at those look at those bottom. This is kind of how I like to do the pictures, too. The bottom of the tag, the top of the tag. This is an older tag, too, as you can see. So, yeah, that's really interesting. And beautiful plush, $64.99. Now this is a not dog or cat. Well, it's a cat technically, but it's a cheetah. So wild cats I don't count in the domesticated group, but it's a floppy kitty cat. I like how they use the box to kind of make it not flop. And it's $59.97 was what it sold for. And as you can see, it's pretty cute as well. And it's kind of a bigger cat, 21 inches, because it's in a light box, taking up most of that space. So this is a Douglas raccoon named Riker. He's retired. Apparently he's hard to find. He's in excellent used condition. And she did a little video, which is always nice. Can you watch the video? Or am I kidding? Probably can't. Okay. Oh, there I can. Look at that. There you go. And he sold for $75. Videos are great. I have trouble with getting them to upload from my phone onto my computer because you can't do them from your phone. You can only do them from your PC. And my phone and my computer don't always cooperate. Sometimes they do great. Sometimes they're persnickety. So this is a Douglas Cuddle Toy, also rare, also retired, 1992 Cocker Spaniel. Oh, it's number 1992 from 2011. And this one is $75.99. And again, this is one I think I have or had at one point. Now this is Happy Hannah. Now there's Sad Sam. This is Happy Hannah. And Hannah doesn't look really happy, but she also talks and sings and apparently works. It's King's Creations and Douglas, and it's 15 inches. She's got a cute little HH apron on though. If you can find them dressed like this is probably mostly why it went for $75. Because generally Sad Sam, and they go for good, but in the $35 range usually. So to find her with that, but there is that by Douglas Company, and it's for King's Creations. So they made the toy for them. But look at that cute little sad face. She's adorable. I've never found her. I have found a couple of Sad Sams though. This one is an Ivan, the German Shorthair Pointer, and again, rare. I don't think rare does anything for anybody. Honestly, I do use it sometimes because when I know it is harder to find, because I couldn't find anything, because I'm looking 10 years back, I'm looking all over the place, and I'm not finding it. So if I can't find it, it's got to be rare, because I'm looking much harder and in much more places than the average person is online. But if I've only found one, it's pretty rare. But anyway, I don't know if these are really how rare they are because I did see a few of him listed and sold. So he's not super rare, but he's probably more rare because he's older. And he's $76. Now this was an auction, and auctions can be great, but they can also be not great. So it really depends on what you have. With Plush, like she had 9 bids. I don't know. Let's see if we can see where the bids started. So she started the bidding at $49.99. So that was good. She did well with that. And of course, you know, that's a dog that, like, certain dogs are much more like group. My sister-in-law, for example, is an English Springer Spaniel girl. Her daughter also an English Springer Spaniel girl, and they have 5 of them altogether, I think. And her husband has hunting dogs, which are something, they're brown, like the one I just showed, but they're like, I think a Norwegian something, I don't forget. But anyway, they're beautiful, big dogs. But yeah, so, but once you love a type of dog, you'll gravitate back to it. We do shelter dogs generally, and all my sister-in-law dogs are also rescue dogs. But so our dogs have been both rescued, but you know, people love certain types of dogs, so I get it because you know they're very nice. You get used to what you're used to. So this is a Douglas Cuddle Toy Lassie, although I don't know that it's actually Lassie. It's 16 inch because it's 2017, and Lassie's kind of not been around for a long time. So, you know, today's kids, oh, it says Lassie on the bottom? No way. So yeah, it is Lassie. How about them apples? How about them? Are you sure it's from 2017? Because that just seems weird to me. It says 2017. Yeah, how about it? How about it? I wouldn't expect a Lassie toy to be 2017 since that's like a 60s, 70s TV show. And kids today would probably be less aware of that. But cool idea. And it sold for $81 with 10 bids on an auction. This was sold as a Davy the Maine Coon. Again, kitty cat. As you can see, full body, cute. $85. And this was on sale for 15% off. And this is a Douglas 24-inch yellow Labradoodle plush. And it's shaggy and it's large and it looks like it's floppy as well. And all those things. Floppy is a great word. People love floppy plush. I don't know why, but they do. I think they just like to snuggle up like a pillow with them. But he's pretty cute. He looks more white than golden, but or yellow, but super cute. And $89.99, which is good all day long. This one is an amber, the orange and white floppy cuddle toy. Also retired, and you can tell this one's a little older because it's got a little wear. You know, it's if you wash them, they get a little fuzzed up like that. The fur does, but it still looks really good. Looks like she brushed them out a little bit for pictures, made them, spiffed them up. I love that Douglas Cuddle Toys. A lot of their stuff is for littler kids too. Like this one's 18 months and up. Most are 3 years up and up. But yeah, this is safe for kids, younger kids too. But look at that face. Still has chiffon bow on its neck and everything. Very cute for $89. And this one was 16-inch, so it's a little bit bigger. This is a Douglas Peaches, the orange tiger cat. Also retired, but has its original tags. And he sold for $100. This is a Apollo the Doberman. I think I've also had this one. And this sold for $100 and only 3 pictures, which is crazy. But good for you that you sold it for $100 because that is a great deal and very cute. Here's another not dog, but I so would have picked this up because it's a swan and a baby swan. Look how sweet that is. Now, this is older, 1985, as you see. And so cute. Oh my goodness, just so cute. And this is Signet, and the swan and baby Signet. Baby swan. My brain had to go, Signet. Why does the baby have a name? That's what they're called. But from 1985, they are vintage, and they probably are rare because I have never seen him. And it sold on auction for $95. So she started the auction at $95 and let it go from there. And one person bid, and she got her $95. So if you're not sure, always start at auction high and see what happens. Because sometimes they'll sell and sometimes it won't. You can do it a couple times and then find a middle ground that you want to sell it for as a buy it now. But sometimes it pays off to do that, and sometimes it doesn't. You just, it's up to you how long you want to wait. This is Douglas, Douglas Feathers, the Springer Spaniel, retired. I don't know what My Annie promo is, but phillong.com. My Annie. So apparently some brand had these made for something. And this has some wear because you can see how like crunched up the fur is in the tummy there. So he does have some wear, but he's still pretty cute. Actually, pretty awfully cute. And he sold for $100. Now that might be much harder to find, but even that type of dog probably would do well without the bandana. So this is a blue tick coonhound. This is a small one, and it says very hard to find. And I might believe that because I don't think I've ever seen this guy. But he's cool, and he's a little shaggy. And I wonder how little he is. How little? How little is little? He's a little older. Nice tag, and he's he's 9 inches if you take his tail off. So he's technically small. Okay, but about 12 inches with his tail. So it's $99.99 for him. Oh, I didn't click them all. I thought I had clicked them all. This is Rottweiler Plush, and his name is Bubba. And he also is cute, and $100 for the Rottie. I thought we did all these. I know I did all these. I don't know what's going on with my computer, but it's all right. So this is also Douglas Cuddle Toy Midnight Black and Purple cat with yellow eyes. Look at that. That's spectacularly spooky. If you like the Halloweeny eyes, I do like that. And he sold for $99.99. Trust me, I just went through these and did all these. I don't know why they're done. I set it all up. This is Jester, the Bernedoodle puppy. And I knew there were Bernedoodles. They must be big dogs. Big curly-haired dogs. So cute. He is 2015. But look at all the colors. He's got like tan and white and black. So cute. And he sold for $99.99. Yes, I'm going to have to click all these twice, sorry. This is Jumbo, Boots the Cat by Douglas. And Jumbo is Jumbo because that's like an ottoman and he lays across it. So I'm probably going to say probably 24 inches, maybe a little bit longer. But yeah, he's floppy and cute. So big ones always can do well, depending, not all, but they generally do well. And this one's $95. They do cost more to ship. That they're shipping it for $15. And I'm going to say depending on where it goes, it might be more than that. This is Douglas Cuddle Toy Prince, the King Charles Cavalier Terrier. And this is a 16-inch plush. Also, he's rare and retired, but he's cute. I'll give him that. And he sold for $119.99. This one is also very large. It is 42 inches, and that might be more what that cat was like too. And he's a golden retriever. Again, hard to find. The big ones are hard to find because just generally people do not buy dogs that are gigantic. I mean, some people love the realistic, like life-size, but Hansa makes a lot of life-size, like bears and things are giant. To ship them is just like, it's big. It's going to be heavy too. But if you're selling it for, some of those go for almost $1,000. So, it's worth it to the person buying it. But this one went for $99.99 with $20 shipping, which sounds about right. This is a cat that's not a cat. This is a wild cat, so it's a spotted leopard. It's Larry the leopard. He still has his tags, but he's listed as used. And he's got an adorable face too. And he went for $125. And he was 19 inches long. This guy is a St. John Newfoundland dog, but it looks pretty puppy-ish. I don't know, I've never seen a big one, but he looks like a puppy. He's 12 inches. Because Newfoundlands are pretty big. He's pretty cute. $150 he sold for, which is crazy good for a stuffed animal. This is a silver birch Angora cat. Long hair, all those types of things, but silver birch Angora, very good. 16 inch, again with the rare, or HTF, it's hard to find. But look at those eyes. I love the way they do the eyes. They really do a good job with the eyes. And it's $135 on auction. And that is it for this group. I put a marker in. The other half of the screen up there will be the second half. This is my store. It just was helping me mark it. So that's the end of all those. So all of those for between $50 and $150 were pretty good. So if you see Douglas tags, especially on a dog or a cat or a vintage one or a big one, you should definitely look them up because some of them are definite bolos to be on the lookout for. So that's all for today's. Did you know how much these are worth? And I'm going to do another one on this as well for the rest of the Douglas that go up over $500. So keep an eye out for that next. It'll be part 2. But thank you so much for watching. I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm battling an ear infection, something in my jaw. I don't know what it is, but I started steroids, so now I'm going to sneeze all the time. Anyway, I thank you so much for watching. I appreciate. Please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the thumbs up button if you like the content. If you like these kind of videos, just let me know. I would love to do more of them. They're easy to do. Relatively easy to do. And they're fun to do because I'm learning and I'm helping other people learn about things too. And I only decided to do this because I was looking some plush up the other day and happened to see a Douglas plush. It was like $300 and thought, for a Douglas? What? That's crazy. So yeah, I was surprised how many Douglas plush go for a lot of money. So it's good because they're, like I said, they're out there. You'll find them. Even the hard to find ones you might find. So that was exciting. So I hope that excites you too, because I'm always looking for good things to find. So again, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I will catch you on the next one.